Astrology for the week of July 1st. Let me give us some themes, what this week is really good for. We have a new moon coming up. We've got Neptune going retrograde. We've got Mercury, the mind, in a couple of aspects, and we've got Venus in some heart stuff. I'll talk about the details of that in a minute, but I want to give us, like, what is this week really good for? Weirdly, I know this is going to sound crazy, but weirdly, there's a possibility to get some clarity. I know, you're like, wait, Neptune retrograde? That's about like not clarity. That's about like a fog. But it's interesting because of what's cutting through that. Because the black moon, the dark goddess, is cutting through the mystical fog, right? To get to the truth. That's dark goddess helps us to get to our deeper truths. This is a perfect setup. It's a perfect setup. So let the clarity drop in. Mercury is also in a really great aspect to Neptune as he goes retrograde. That's the mind. That's the translator of the gods, right? Can translate the god Poseidon, Neptune, the mystical dissolving that's happening for you, and can translate the black moon, right? What the dark goddess is asking of you. Yeah, like in your deep transformation process, in the reclamation of these lost parts of self, these gifts, this kind of shadow work territory, really. And then, so that's one piece. That's one theme of the week is clarity. Let the clarity come. What can you do to support clarity coming? Who can you have really deep, truthful conversations with? Who can you, here, this is a really good thing, cut through the bullshit? Because that's what the dark goddess is wanting to do. And Neptune's helping her. Cut through the bullshit, cut through the stories we've been telling ourselves, cut through the excuses we've been giving, cut through the false, cut through. What is she wanting to cut through? And how do you cut through the bullshit? Do you journal? Do you meditate? Do you get really real with yourself? Do you have truth bombing friends that help you to get really real with yourself? What helps you to cut through the bullshit? That's one of the greatest things that you can do this week is help yourself, support yourself to cut through the bullshit. This is not a week to stay in, delusional fog, but that can be very tempting with Neptune going retrograde. If you want some help doing that, we just went into all of this in ReWilding membership. 2 hours of straight up just work with Neptune fog, with the dark goddess, with truth bombing, with cutting through karma, with Hygeia rescue remedy, which is all this like healing and awakening and activating energy. If you're in some sort of like dark fogginess and you can't cut through, it will cut through the bullshit. The whole thing is about cutting through the bullshit. It's $59. You get a whole month of access if you only want to be a member for a month. Type bones if you want information on that. It's like ready and waiting for you. You could instantly access it right now and start in like 2 minutes from now. Okay, but let's keep going with these overall themes and then I'll dive a little deeper maybe into the energetics of it. So getting the clarity, cutting through the bullshit, I'll go with those as 2 different themes. Another theme is setting intentions. I listened to this video yesterday. I loved it. It's Oprah, right? Like, I don't love all of Oprah's stuff, but I love this one. And it was just this, someone asking her the question, you've talked to a lot of successful people in your life, Oprah. What is the underlying common denominator that successful people have? She goes, they know what they want. They know what they want. Most people don't know what they want. This is a week for that. This moon, this new moon happening Thursday is very supportive. Know what you want, define what you want. We always say like set intentions and we do it like real watery, we're like, I'm gonna set an intention, blah, blah, blah. This is something that comes from a deeper place. Let Cancer, this is a new moon in Cancer, let Cancer open you up to a deeper place within self. Cancer goes really deep. It's one of the gifts of Cancer is deep into the guts, right? Like deep, intuitive, emotional guts. Go there. What do you want? I'm going to go with another theme, something that will help you to determine what you want in Cancer season this whole week is what makes you feel full. Ask yourself that question. There's a lot of feminine aspects going on, a ton of feminine aspects. Again, if you want to work with some of these feminine aspects, Hygeia, Kundalini, goddess of miraculous healing, she's square to Pluto right now. Black moon, right? That's the dark goddess opposing Neptune. There's a lot of feminine going on. Kali is opposing Uranus. They're all in that workshop. They're going bones. Like if you're like, Sabrina, I want to work with this. Totally cool if that's not your thing, but they're like, heck yeah, like super support you on your path forward. But if it is maybe your thing, or you just want to try something out, or you're like, what are these archetypes? What is this embodiment stuff? Like, how can I work with the energy? It's right there. It's there. It's waiting for you, right? Just type bones. We'll get you the info and you can feel into it a little bit further. Okay. So this feminine aspect, right? It's so feminine right now. We're in Cancer season. It's feminine. This new moon is in Cancer. There is literally a feminine archetypal energy on every single powerful masculine planet. Every one of them except Mercury. All of them, including Chiron, right? All of them have massive, massive aspects to feminine. So really lean into your feminine. And the feminine asks, what makes me feel full? The feminine wants to feel full of purpose, full of love, full of joy, full of light, life, bliss. But what is it that makes me feel full? This is like a readjustment, realignment, some of those deeper things that are going on, deeper transformative things. But there's also a surface level, making these choices, having the conversations. Mercury, come on. Let's dive into some of these aspects real quick so I don't make this too super long. Some of these aspects really quick. Our Mercury will be in a very positive aspect to Neptune, can translate, Mercury's the translator, that's the mind, can translate what your Neptune retrograde is about. Again, if you want to know more, go do the workshop. We work with Neptune directly, right? And the mind, like right now, the mind being able to translate it, you're going to get insights. It's just what's going to happen. Venus is in a really powerful, beautiful aspect with Saturn, right? Both of these are supportive aspects. The mind getting Neptune insights, Venus getting Saturn. What is your Saturn retrograde about? What's going on with karmic lessons? What's going on here? This is a great question. Boundaries. Boundaries. What are you being asked to do to come into next right relationship with boundaries? Healthier boundaries. What's going on for you right now? That's massive. Saturn and Neptune are both in Pisces. That's like watery boundaries. That's no boundaries. But it's like they're asking us to clean it up so that we can support the fullness, what fills us with purpose, what fills us with love, what fills us with joy, and what are the boundaries shifts that we need to change in order to be able to do that. We're all being asked that. We're all being asked that. If you haven't worked with boundaries, we do that in the workshop too. I know it's crazy. Like, I have never delivered a workshop that goes into that many practices, that many archetypal energies in 2 hours in my entire life. Literally, I have never jammed that much stuff in, while taking us deep in all of the different things that came in. I don't even know how the hell that happened. I have no idea. But if you've never done a bones workshop, or if you were in bones at one point, right, which is our ReWilding membership, this is one you don't want to miss. I mean, it's got the ReWilding rescue remedy, the thing that you want to go into anytime there's chaos, confusion, fog. You're feeling like psychic absorbed stuff, because there's a lot of psychic stuff flying. This Neptune opposing Kali, I talked about this in a previous reel, right? Neptune opposing Black Moon, which is the conglomerate of the dark goddess. I said Kali, but yeah, she's part of that, but it's the dark goddess, right? There is a lot of purification, collective purging that's happening. And some of us are, as like higher vibrating, light-filled beings, sensitives and empaths, right? Some of us are really attracting some of these like psychic free radicals, and sometimes we just need a good clean out. That ReWilding rescue remedy is perfect for that. So if you're feeling that, like that's worth the $59 in itself, right? You got this lifelong tool that you can use anytime, anywhere, all over the place. And the boundaries part, and the boundaries, it's like a recalibration of boundaries, really and truly, like working with boundaries in that way, in this energy, crazy perfect. Okay, sorry that I'm going off about this bones workshop. I'm telling you though, it's one of the best workshops I've ever delivered, and it serves this moment in time and the whole month of July so beautifully, and so powerfully. I sat with it for 2 days before I delivered it. I was like, what is the thing that will the greatest thing that will serve our community right now? And it is what came through in that 2 hour workshop. It's just different than anything I've ever done before. Okay, enough about that. Let me talk a little bit more about some of these aspects. This is interesting in that the mind will also be translating Pluto, deep transformation. So when Mercury goes into Leo, which happens this week, right? So Mercury comes out of Cancer, deep, intuitive, emotional depths, into Leo, fire sign, right? Fire, the sun. So there's like a movement for it, but remember, he goes in that really good aspect to Neptune. Perfect, great to translate what's going on for us with our Neptune journey, and then translate what's going on with us in our deep Pluto, death for rebirth, the depths of transformation journey that we're all on, because he's retrograde right now too, right? You can work with that in the workshop too. I know I keep harping about this workshop, but I'm telling you, like, it hits all these aspects. Okay, that's enough. This week is really powerful. It's really beautiful. Look forward to Thursday. It's new moon, really good for new moon intentions, but don't stay shallow. Go deep, get really true with self. Maybe go back, re-listen to this. Maybe hit the bookmark so you can come back and listen to it, because there's so many different ideas and practices. Get creative, go deeper with it, and leave me a comment below letting me know, what do I want? What do I want us to talk about below? Anything. Let me know anything. Let me know where you're from, especially if you're from Wisconsin, y'all. I think I'm going back to Wisconsin. That's my home. I think I'm going back there this month at some point. We shall see. But I would love to know where you're from. Like, where the heck is our community from? Where are you from? And how the hell are you doing? How are you doing? Like a number, 1 through 10. I would say I'm a 6. I'm a 6. I'm a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. 10, fucking amazing. 1, like, holy moly, I'm getting smoked right now. I would love to. I would just love to be with you all and meet you all. Like, where are you from? How are you doing in this moment? I just love what we get to do here in all the different ways, whether it's just here on the reel, or it's deeper in the workshop, or it's in the YouTube big long podcasts, or it's in our Facebook group, or you're in immersion, or you're in priestess training, or you're coming to Ibiza on retreat with me, or whatever, wherever, however. I'm just crazy grateful for what we're all creating together. I wouldn't be here without you all. I wouldn't. I fucking know that. I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware of you are listening this in as much as I am talking it in. I know that too. I'm grateful for it. By the way, Neptune teaches us some of that stuff too, like that real embodiment of that interconnectedness of the all of everything. So look forward to that too. Okay, huge love to you all. Have an amazing day.